This video is on the biggest secret of the cosmos, the video I've given before, why secrets don't work, or law of attraction don't work, or any other philosophy which works out or was being programmed for people to get beneficial, why it doesn't work. Now, in that video I've given those things. Apart from that, I've given many videos for healing. That is a part of it. One can utilize those for strengthening his own being or her own being. Now, no matter how happy we all look to each other on the outside, everyone has some tension, some anxiety, some worries, stress, strain. It comes with day-to-day activities we do. To be able to face them on a daily basis without breaking down or losing our balance, we need strength and courage. Now, from where we get this strength and courage? That's by experiencing. Like when I was in 4th standard, my family relative gave me something to eat, and that really, in a way, killed me. But I was at football ground, and someone introduced, although I was practicing yoga at that time, to do one asana, one posture, wherein known as Vajramukti. That actually saved me without medication. So that actually strengthens me, strengthens my thought process, my body. It is body-mind inclination or healing which actually strengthens and gives our being and gives courage to us, by which we can face these daily tensions which break us down, because of which we lose our balance. Now we cut that. Now we cut those all our things. We want for success. We look for a fast life, which gives us strengths and strains and all this stuff. Now with these, if we still want to have strength and courage, we can add what we can add is by meditating, by relaxing, and by obtaining an inner calm. This inner calmness helps us accept our fate, our actions which we have performed, whatever we are, by thoughts and the actions we have performed, we are made by that. Actually, and we can overcome these by inculcating inner calm. This inner calm makes us aware that these are what we have done. These are the results. That when we are in a calm, we become aware that these actions or whatever state we are, these are results of the past imprints of the actions we have performed. Now, due to which we are facing this. But this is a state of mind. Inner calm is a state of mind which is not easily attained. It's like Zen meditation, what we see in martial arts. If they use punching, or if they use the archery, they practice on and on. Today they practice a little bit, tomorrow they practice again they practice. There's no shortcut for the practice, and by that they inculcate that art. With that art, they have stillness of action, inner calm, what we call as. That inner calm removes your perturbance. It removes the state of anxiety because of which the stress comes. For that, one have to go within. Every person have to find his own calm, peace within his being. That potent peace which allows him or her to be unaffected by outer circumstances. It is more precious than all the wealth and the so-called success we talk about or we strive to be. Let's start to elaborately understand that how success should be, and the kind of success which gives us the inner calm. Take for instance the bombing at Hiroshima and Nagasaki done by United States. Now Japan was finished, but there was a visionary man a legendary great man, Akio Morito. Akio Morito was known as, was later on famous as founder of Sony. There were three friends, they were ex-defense, they were making voltmeters and ammeters and doing their business. And in the midst of that, this bombing was there. Now what to do? So that affected their consciousness also. So and they wanted to rise their country. They compared with themselves with Godfrey Phillips. Now he studied the philosophy and work of Godfrey Phillips. Godfrey Phillips was a German person, and he studied that. He was a farmer, and being a farmer, he came out with producing a scientific equipments or invention based on scientific equipments based on invention. Due to that scientific invention, Godfrey Phillips came out with Phillips bulb, Phillips tube, all the Phillips equipments. Now, Akio Morito analyzed, thought that if Godfrey Phillips, being a farmer, can come out with these inventions so that his country, Germany, had a standing that time of technical superiority, why can't Japan have that? And he studied, he went there and studied everything with the German ideology, and he came back, and that time here they realized that states have done invention on transistor, but they were lacking it on phosphorus doping method. He, with his two friends, they talked with him, they talked with their bank, they talked with the government, and they went to states and purchased that technology. That time they worked for 16 hours and they came out. They got success on the phosphorus doping method, and the transistor, which was half technology that time, they made it full and they sold back to United States. And then there are no looking back, because Akio Morito, this whole workout was on based of philosophy like Napoleon Hill. As Napoleon talks about law of success, because there has a thought process. When you think it, you can do it. So Akio Morito thought of some principles which he could apply, was like honesty, clear-heartedness, visionary awareness, analyzation. He went to States, United States of America. He was purchasing a company, but he saw that in that company there was big nice rooms for the managers, but for the normal working class people there was hardly a fan on very top, So he said, no, this is not right. Cut down the deal with this company. He wanted to do in a kind wherein every human being is valued. Let it be a worker or a manager. Probably a worker needs more money to have good food. Maybe a manager needs less. But in a way, the system should be right for all. He even contacted a designer to design boiler suits for these people, so that the working environment is very, very lively, so that it has humanness. Now, Akio Morito took Japan not alone. He wanted all other competitors also come up, so that he doesn't grow, whole of Japan grows. That was his vision. You see, the same like Napoleon Hill working, or the same like Ford, Henry Ford working. It's not, there's no conventional accumulation is not required for that. What we call or see as degrees people accumulate, that is just accumulation. In fact, the thing is, education word is to unfold. Now here, what Akio Morito took his country for a real education was an unfoldment. It was just, it's like you cannot, the bud which transforms into a flower, you cannot forcibly make it a flower. Maybe today's, with today's GMOs you can inject it, but then that won't be a real thing. The reality, the real beauty would be lost by that. So the beauty of clear-heartedness and that kind of honesty and humanness, visionary, which took Akio Morito and the Japan to a height wherein they shaped the Western world, the whole of America, whole of Americans who wanted Japanese goods, the Sony was a quality stuff. Till today, they are holding that quality. Take a screwdriver of Sony, it is really class. Well, that was because of the philosophy, that was because of the thought. Not if the Sony was clear-hearted, he had a honesty, is doing a honest business. Now, even as a businessman, once at evening, he can play flute. He can enjoy his life. He is feeling calm, this inner calm, which I started the talk with. I started the talk with, like, we all have, no matter how happy we seems to be, we all look to each other on the outside. Everyone has some tension, some anxiety. These tensions and anxieties are coming because we are not clear-hearted with ourselves and our fellow beings. If we do so, then this will be reduced. It will be there to some extent, because there are many other outward attributes which we have to enhance, which we have to, we have to remove it, or we have to make it more harmonious. It's like a dancer, Martha Graham. Martha Graham was bored, or she didn't wanted a conventional ballet system, and she wanted to make her own dances. She was an American dancer, so she made her own dances, but she was not very famous initially. Those dances were like, she saw a tiger on the cage. Those days she was eating only one time meal because she was not very famous. So she went to a zoo and she wanted to make her own moves. She saw a tiger coming at front, walking and going back, and coming front, walking and going back, and she made her own dances out of that moves of tiger. You see her dances, there are many, some of them I remember was Bal Shema. They are all great, Those dances have got her innovations. Initially she was not very famous, but later on she became very famous. Initially when she was in a bad state, some fundraiser came to her for signing a flute of Lord Krishna. She said, okay, I had a bad time, and then she wanted to sign that, but she could not sign beyond M. Because she thought, why my hand should be imitating flute of Lord Krishna? My hand is so beautiful to be a hand in itself. How my ear rests besides my head, and dance is the celebration of this body given by Lord to me. Why should I imitate someone? Like we see in our movies, Hindi movies, we are all imitating, some style, some heroes or heroines dancing, and we imitate those dances. No, those are actually making us dead. We do like how Master Bruce Lee says, I don't act, I don't copy someone, because I'm a personality. When I move, I move. See, when he was actually living. When we should have a thought process where every person is unique, a part of that whole, undivided part of that whole. That's what I break it down, the word individual, into undivided part of the whole. So everyone is beautiful, he's got his uniqueness, he is part of that infinite. So it's like Martha Graham. From Martha Graham, under her, there was a guy named as Merce Cunningham. He learned from her, and he came out with his own moves, even on music. Merce Cunningham's music was different. Everyone learning under Martha Graham has something of innovative ideas of theirs. They were living themselves. Ups and downs are always there. They were there with Napoleon Hill also. Ups and downs were in the life of Henry Ford also. But in spite of that, they lived every moment of their life because they were moving from moment to moment, bringing more awareness, understanding, humanness, all those qualities. They were visionary, they were analyzing, they have honesty, so that they wanted to remove that, and at the same time they were going inside. The important thing, like I started from what was inner calm. If you have that inner calm, then you can face with the challenges of life. Problems will come. They are a part. It's like you're standing on this platform, train has come, train has gone, but don't be so relaxed because train will again come. But it doesn't matter. Let it come and let it go. You're relaxed. If you're a rich man, you live at palace, fine, you enjoy that. If by some reason your richness goes away, even if you don't have that palace, but you can enjoy the starry nights, beautiful, you still can enjoy. Every instance of this cosmos is like a dance going of Lord Shiva, gigantic dance of Lord Shiva. It's so beautiful. Everyone should be a part of it. You must enjoy it. Now, important thing is inner calm. I talked about initially, because why this all things people are posing, it doesn't work. Why secret doesn't work? Because we don't have inner calm. We have to inculcate that inner calm in our being. The state of mind of inner calm is not easily attained. It's like Zen meditation, as I said before. You have to slowly practice it. You have to, and every individual has a peace for himself within. That potent peace which allows him or her to be unaffected by outer circumstances. It is more precious than all the wealth and the so-called success. Now there are many. I can make it a little complicated by putting the cognitive, imaginative ideas. Like if you go to a life of Albert Einstein, he was not very studious. He was an imaginative person. Again, imagination is only the way for creative intelligence to come into a being. Now you can divide it into imagination to synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Now synthetic is whatever is an outcome of scientific inventions, like a scientist has a microscope, has other amenities to do his research work, and he's choosing this by his sensory perceptions. Whatever he sees by his senses, he uses all the data he collects by that way. That way is what you can say a synthetic way of going to imaginations. But there is another thing as creative imagination. What scientists like Albert Einstein used. This creative imagination is you tap up the higher source. You get ideas from a higher intelligence. Like Aurobindo Ghosh, when there was a word intelligence used, Aurobindo Ghosh used a higher word. He said, I give another word, and that is intuitive awareness. Now that's something is very beautiful, intuitive awareness. Now this is, when you use this word intuitive awareness, the word itself takes you to the higher world, the higher intelligence. You take ideas and desires from that. Like I gave an example of dancer Martha Graham. She once said, some fundraisers told her, okay, you're getting so much of money by respect and all such things. She said, respect, as an artist, I fit on the respects. As an artist, I want to express myself. And how she said, I get an ideas by, she said, I'm like a golden retriever. I get some ideas from the empty space. Now, she's also referring to a creative intelligence or creative imagination, or what Aurobindo Ghosh used the word as intuitive insight. Now, this intuitive insight is an infinite intelligence by which we can tap the sources, we can get ideas, we can get our own way of thinking. We already are part of that Lord we are the individual part of that whole. So we can tap the source of infinite, that ideas from the infinite. So that's how what I've said, all the talks on this is the same thing of tapping the higher intelligence and tapping and going in our inner being for the inner calm, to attain the inner calm. I have given this methods, this inner calm, to attain the methods to inner calm in my work on methods and meditation, my videos. And all the videos are given on posters. That's why I combine yoga, meditation and martial arts and gave a word Vajramukti. This I got when I was a student of 5th standard, because I got this idea. And if anybody can be benefited with the videos of mine, I would be thankful to God and thankful for all of those. You can contact me by email anytime. Swami.